All right, thank you, Brian. And 12 Investigates, the NTSB is out with its full report into a crash that killed 4 linemen in Eden last April.
Investigators say Michael Vernon drove through the intersection of Howell and Carroll Streets, hitting a group of linemen working in the road. 4 men died, 2 were badly hurt.
Our Aaron Burnett joins us now live in studio. So, Aaron, what did the agency find out?
There are some big things that the NTSB report confirmed, which the first is that investigators say the driver, 66-year-old Michael Vernon, had been taking medication for seizures for nearly 30 years. According to that report, Vernon had a seizure less than a month before the crash, and Vernon was told by his supervisor after the episode to report to work. The report also revealed that Vernon had a history of crashes driving for the city, where he was determined to be at fault, dating back to at least 2017. The NTSB also found Vernon never had a commercial driver's license in North Carolina. Under state law, a driver with a history of having seizures is automatically denied a commercial driver's license, and Vernon previously claimed the city of Eden was aware he did not have that CDL, but allowed him to operate a heavy truck anyway. Vernon was also injured during this crash. He was charged with second-degree murder, but died in a prison hospital, back in February. For months now, as this case has played out, Vernon's family and attorneys have said that they believed he had suffered some sort of medical episode behind the wheel, which had caused the crash. And in the next half hour, we will take a look at some of the road conditions investigators say may have contributed to that wreck. Audrey and Wanye.
Thank you, Aaron. Right now, the Thomasville Police Department needs your help finding 2 teenagers.
So if you can take a look at your screen, officers are looking for 14-year-old Heavenly Barnett and 17-year-old Sherman Allen Bush Jr. Police say the 2 teens left Thomasville High School on Tuesday. They were last seen walking down Unity Street. Investigators say Barnett now has pink hair. She was last seen wearing a red t-shirt and jeans. Bush was last seen wearing a cream-colored hoodie and dark pants.
In Winston-Salem, police need your help identifying this man officers say died in a hit and run. On March 30th, officers responded to Northwest Boulevard, finding the victim in the road. He's about 5'6", weighing 138 pounds. Anyone with helpful information related to this investigation is urged to call police.
Time on the clock, 5:05. Rockingham County authorities have identified human remains found 2 weeks ago. According to the sheriff's office, Harry Willard was last seen in December of 2024 and reported missing in January of 2025. Deputies found his remains near Milestone Drive in Summerfield back on April the 16th. The sheriff's office says the chief medical examiner is trying to figure out exactly how he died.
New this morning at 5, a man is expected to be charged accused of making threats against President Donald Trump at a car wash in North Carolina. Aerial video shows what appears to be threatening messages written on the vehicle. The car wash in Apex was evacuated as a result of this. The Secret Service, the FBI, and a bomb squad all responded to the scene. Police arrested the man and say charges are expected. Police have not named the suspect at this time. Today, the man accused of firing at least 1 shot at the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday night will be back in court for a pre-trial detention hearing. Cole Allen is facing several federal charges, including 1 charge of attempting to assassinate the president. Prosecutors want to keep Allen in federal detention until trial, arguing he poses a threat to the community.
A man is accused of shooting a gun at a Winston-Salem park. 18-year-old Amir Rodriguez Bruno has been charged with carrying a weapon in a way that caused public fear, carrying a concealed gun, discharging a gun within the city, and possession of a gun at a city park. Police said Rodriguez Bruno shot a gun during a fight involving multiple people at Sedge Garden Park on April the 15th. Thankfully, no one was hit by a bullet. Officers say this is not connected to the Lineback Park shooting.
Today, the principals of 3 different Winston-Salem Forsyth County schools will speak out after 3 fights were reported at their schools.
We learned this week that 9 students are facing charges after separate fights at Mount Tabor, Reagan High School, and East Forsyth Middle School.
And this comes as concerns about youth violence spread following last Monday's deadly shooting at Lineback Park, where 2 teens died after a planned fight escalated.
One Triad Church wants to do its part to help younger community members.
What current programs, what current resources are in place, right, that we could help maximize or help funnel and bring that support to even more? Because sometimes community members don't know what's there.
And Reverend Angela Dix says they will need to work closely with other community organizations and individuals to be effective. She adds churches like hers are in a unique position to offer support to our youth.
We're coming up on 508. People who live in Forsyth County have a chance to learn more about the Sheriff's Department and how they operate. The office is hosting a series of community sessions. The first one's going to be taking place this evening at 6 at the Forsyth County Central Library in downtown Winston-Salem. Anyone who lives in the county is welcome to attend. Taking you now to Guilford County, Greensboro City leaders sharing more details on what led to the sudden closure of that hotel.
Many former residents of the Studio 6 extended stay on Beasley Street have been forced to leave their home after police and state alcohol law enforcement served a temporary restraining order against the site as part of a nuisance abatement case. Greensboro's Assistant City Manager of Public Safety says the hotel had been a problem for a couple of years now.
Inspection of the property occurred, and during that inspection, the electrical inspector discovered severe fire and life safety violations at every single building at that property. That resulted in an immediate closure.
They obviously knew what was going on for it to be like this in the conditions, and did nothing about it. You know, it's terrible.
The Assistant City Manager, who you also heard from, says the city's concerns were escalated because the hotel is located in a high traffic area. She encourages anyone who needs help finding a place to live to reach out to the city for resources.
Time on the clock, 5:09. Governor Josh Stein will sign a bill today that will help more than 3 million people in our state keep their access to affordable health care. The governor confirmed this to WXII 12 during his stop in Thomasville yesterday. State lawmakers passed House Bill 696 this week. The legislation includes $319 million that will fully fund our state's Medicaid program. Lawmakers did not approve Governor Stein's request for money to help the Attorney General investigate Medicaid fraud, but he says this is still a big win for North Carolina residents.
It's a positive step forward for North Carolina. We had a gap of over $300 million in our Medicaid program, which provides life-saving care to 3 million North Carolinians. About 1 out of every 4 North Carolinians is on Medicaid. But it also undergirds the entirety of our healthcare system. It also helps to ensure that our Medicaid expansion population will not have their coverage stripped away from them. So some major positive developments in that legislation.
Governor Stein will sign House Bill 696 into law this morning at 11.